let's do a quick audio check and make sure I've got a good audio commentary. Alright, let's do a quick audio check and make sure I've got a good audio commentary. Hey, what's up everybody, and anybody who joins into the stream or checks out this video later. This is Rounding Off Infinity. I'm Agasicles Stamus, and this is my gaming diary chronicling my life and times as a gamer. So, I'm going in for a third session in Formula 1 2016. One thing that occurred to me last night after I completed the stream last night is the possibility that I may have been monkeying around with the controller configuration in the first session. I wonder if I loosened up the deadband on the control, and I did not. Rats. So I did go in and mess with these settings, and then I apparently reset them to default, so there's still the chance that maybe monkeying around with saturation may help improve car control, or in the same manner in which your golf string tends to screw up when you start monkeying with it. That may just make things horrifically worse. Alright, I'm going to mess with linearity. That makes steering a little more sensitive. I don't think I have any problems with throttle, excuse me, throttle and brake control, so I'm going to go ahead and leave those as they are. Alright, let's see what difference this makes in gameplay and car control. Hold on. One thing that's been messing with me is, yeah, my speed armor units being in European units, or metric units. Alright, let's try that. I also dialed back the AI driver level last night before I closed out. Let's see if that helps as well. So here we go in practice session 1 in Bahrain. So I have been enjoying the game. I like the simplicity. One of the things I've complained about in gaming in general over the last few years is we've taken really simple concepts in games that have allowed quick accessibility and allowed you to just get in the game and start having fun and being entertained with these highly overhauled plumbing systems that are just unnecessary and are different than the way games have been designed in the past, but really don't add to the fun, and they really get, for me, I feel like they get in between me and
how you go about improving
my ability to extract some sense of entertainment out of the game.
How much would you say is already known from the pre-race simulations, and how much do you have to do, how much do you have to work on?
So the streaming setup is the same tonight. I'm using the Samsung Go mic for my game commentary.
As you say, the bigger teams,
I've dropped the webcam.
Vast numbers of clever people crunching the numbers back at base. But what they can't tell you is stuff like how the track condition's going to be, or what the temperature's going to be doing over the course of the day.
I've dropped the webcam because I'm playing on a PC that's on the opposite side of the room from my streaming PC, and I use these like 5 foot long or 3 meter long USB extension cables, and it seems like the signal being carried over there isn't strong enough.
Through the seat of their pants. That's why we end up with
because when I have the webcam, I'm running 2 cables with USB extensions, one for the webcam and one for the Elgato HD60, so that seemed to not be working well. So I'm going to use the same setup that I used in Australia, just to be consistent. I know Bahrain's a different track, but I just want the feel of the car to be the same.
When you get a chance, make sure to run some of our practice programs. They don't all need to be done in one session, but there's valuable data there to help race strategy and car development.
Alright, I kind of hate the acclimatization program because
It's green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temperature. Try and feel your way around.
it's a score-based gate system, and I didn't realize until last night that you clock points on the acclimatization program for getting through a gate, but as soon as you miss a gate, it takes points away. So given that I'm kind of struggling to get down the feel for the car and the controls, I feel like I don't need that added bit of frustration. As much as I complain about Australia, alright, we're in the DRS zone. Wings pop open. As much as I complained about how hard Australia was, I'm pretty sure Bahrain is even more difficult. Starting off about the same as last night. Right now the car feels comfortable. Might try pumping the brakes too. I know in other Codemaster games they tend to feel better when you pump the brakes rather than just grabbing hold of them and wailing away on them into a corner. Okay, here goes the acclimatization program. Now what I haven't figured out yet is, I felt last night like you had to drive directly through the center of the gate. That you didn't get points for clipping a gate. Alright, so I missed that one. I didn't realize that you had DRS points to hit as well. Right now I don't get, and it seems wildly inconsistent on, you know, sometimes you clip a gate and it scores you up, and then other times you clip a gate and it says you missed the gate entirely. Again, not a fan of the acclimatization.
It's slow in these corners.
Come on.
Turn 9, turn 10, turn 11, turn 12.
Yeah, I'm just going to start bypassing those gates that are red.
Low chance of rain now. If the situation changes, we'll let you know.
Hitting the DRS zones better, now that I understand better what's going on with those. Not spending nearly as much time off track this session. Alright, so I'm going to leave the settings the same. I actually don't know that I'm that far off the pace. It looked like Hamilton was down at a 147 and or 143, and I think I clocked a 147, maybe a 149, so I am off the pace, but not as egregiously far as I've been the last few times, or last few sessions. So I have also bumped up the bit speed to 2.75 megabits per second tonight, since, like I said, it appears more and more each day that trying to run the webcam over the extension cables in conjunction with the Elgato HD60 over the extension cables was the primary source of the problem.
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top three, who are Hamilton, Rosberg and Kimi Räikkönen. Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F1 action.
Yeah, so they were down at like 142s, 143s. I was at a 149. So 6 seconds, almost 7 seconds off the pace of the lead. You know, 3 seconds off the pace of the next car ahead. So again, that's still last place, but like I said, not as far off as it's been the last few nights. I will say the sections of this game that I don't need are the goofy in-between session scenes back in your mobile workstation, mobile HQ.
Hi, how are you? I'm just passing on your qualifying goals for this weekend.
I had pretty much the same goals as last time. Alright, going on to Super Pole. 1 flying lap to make your mark and earn your lineup in the grid. I have not gotten to the point where I'm qualifying well whatsoever. But you never know.
The cars are ready, the drivers are ready. We hope you're ready as qualifying is about to begin here in Bahrain. I was looking at some highlights of previous races here, and the one thing that really stood out to me was the run down to turn 1. It's not an easy one to navigate as everyone is scrapping to get into there first.
It's the scene of many incidents as drivers jostle for position. You have to make a choice between going for it and self-preservation. There's no point in going in hot if you don't come out intact the other side. Even if you're at the front, you will be worrying about the guys behind you.
That is true, especially with this AI, which tends to just ram you right in the rear end. Vettel of Toro Rosso's and showing that he's got the best time in pole so far. So that's the ghost car they give you. Gosh, come on. Major corner cut there. car feels a little different right now, and I really didn't look at conditions to see if that's if they switch my tires or it's a track cooler. Yeah. So Hamilton got a 140.
It's a bit disappointing, but we just need to push hard in the race.
Yeah.
Still come away with something.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are Hamilton, Rosberg, and Sebastian Vettel. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
Wow. So yeah, my gap to the next guy ahead. Well, no, so I'm 1.5 seconds off the next guy ahead, so again, there's a chance that I could do better than come in last, which is right now is my only objective, is to not be last. So the way that I have the season settings configured right now, even at 25% of a race, these races tend to be pretty long, much longer than races in other games. Oh, nice, I beat him on a fastest section. That's improvement.
Hi, guess who? I've seen the team's expectations for the race, so I thought I'd pass them on and wish you luck. Take care.
Like, I really don't need the voicemail, right? I mean, they could just as soon present that information on the laptop screen when you open it up. And this whole thing is just kind of cumbersome, right? You know, listen to a voicemail. And Felipe Massa is not that white by any means. He's as dark as I am, or darker. Alright, so we'll get a little pre-race section here.
The curtain rises once more then on the desert stage of Sakir as the players take their places for the opening act. Will they enthrall us like they did in 2014 with that titanic battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton? Well, we'll find out shortly as we get underway here in Bahrain. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and 2 DRS zones will help with that as well. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber.
So it's funny to me is I set my HUD settings to miles per hour
Showed us many times in the past though, Anthony Davis.
to English units, but yet it still presents the track info with metric units.
Beyond that, you need good racecraft and you need good consistency.
And a little bit of luck too, I'd say. This is one of those circuits where the safety car always seems to come out just at the right time to condense the field together and mix up the cars on different strategies. It's hard on brakes, it's tough on fuel, and the main overtaking opportunity is down into turn 1, where it's easy to outbrake your opponent and potentially have a bit of argy-bargy as well.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Nico Rosberg completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Massa, Verstappen, Kvyat, Grosjean, and Carlos Sainz. Hulkenberg, Alonso, Sergio Perez, and Button, Gutierrez, Ericsson, Rio Haryanto, and Felipe Nasser. Wehrlein and Palmer, Kevin Magnussen, and a Williams rounds off the grid.
Samasa didn't really qualify that high.
Complete. Let's head down to the track.
So the two-stop strategy last night definitely did not help me at all. So we will go with a one-stop strategy tonight. I just do not know. So I may restart a couple times here at the beginning, just because I don't really know how people are going to approach turn one. Come on, come on. Man, I was in such a good position. A lot of what I have to do tonight is just believe and hold on to control of the car. 14 laps. Because I don't really think I'm that much slower. As evidenced by how I'm keeping up here. Of course, I don't know how the tires are going to go off, or if there are other turns. My DRS is not available yet. Grosjean right ahead. Right now, my confidence is high. I tend to drive the corners a little tighter, which might be bad form, but that is my personal style. Got a little damage there. The worst thing is that's going to take off on my top speed a little bit. Draft Grosjean here, and then oh no, you got to be kidding me. Okay, so I have passed up Grosjean and moved into 9th. Yeah, I'm not going to mind flashbacking the heck out of tonight. Okay, so I've held on to 9th. No. I was in good position to pass him up, but wonderful pass into position 8. And pulling away. I'm sure this is because I've clocked the AI down. Oh, come on, man. No cornering penalty there. Still way off the lead.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
I really closed Verstappen up. He is a bit faster than me coming out of the corner. Man, I gotta work that corner out. That one as well. That corner tightens up on you a bit.
There's about a lap's worth of spare fuel in the car. You won't be able to run in mix 3 for long with that much, but do burn it if you need to.
I think I'm faster than Verstappen through these first few corners. Then in later corners he tends to be faster. Hmm. 85 miles per hour through that last corner.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.7 seconds.
That's not bad at all.
To an alternate strategy, do you want to change or stick to plan A?
So cars that are on
You'll be on the super softs.
cars that are on a two-stop strategy just went in. Verstappen stayed out. I'm now in P4 on a one-stop strategy. So this is the section that I feel I'm a little faster than him in. But as we go into the final corner of this section, he tends to start to pull away a bit. Finally got that corner. High rising left-hander here. Elevation change. Tightens it up. Back onto the front straight. Verstappen's in.
So the gap to our teammate is 19.7 seconds.
I hope that means he's 19.7 seconds behind me. I know Hamilton's going to be coming though.
The gap to the car behind is 4.6 seconds.
It's enough to stay out ahead, but not enough. Not enough for when I go into the pit. Best to tackle in that corner so far. I would expect them coming up on my pit window.
Be aware the car behind has newer tyres. Car behind on newer tyres. The pit window has opened.
Alright, I'm going to pit in next when I come around the next lap. Just have to take that mistake and keep rolling. Tires are really falling off. Man, Perez is really catching me up. Gotta keep my mind on not forgetting to pit. I have done that once in a practice session, and it got a little hairier than I would have preferred. With regards to where I came in on for fuel level.
You need to pit in this lap.
Come on, guys. Go, go, go. Don't worry about the damage. Go, go, go. New tires. New tires. Damn it. They fixed the front wing. Down to P10. P11. Not horrible. Drop to 13. Come on.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
5 laps. So Hulkenberg was my teammate. No, 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 don't outside in me. Alright, up to 13, excellent. Flubbed it on that turn though. I love how you get the indicator arrows here. That tells me exactly where it is. Get off.
If the outlook changes.
Nice, fought him off with no contact. And while I would like to regain my position in 9th, I'm also not going to cry about coming in 13th when I've come in 22nd every race that I've run so far. Yeah. Oh, somebody went in the pits. That may move me up a position. There may be other cars in the pits too. There we go. 12th. 11th. Oh no, Perez.
Car ahead is now running the super soft tyre. That's the super soft on the car ahead.
I smell the blood in the water for this guy ahead, but the problem is I get very excited, and that does lead to me sometimes making mistakes. Outside in him, go, go, go. Ah! Not the cleanest overtake, but dude, I was heavy pumping my brakes going through that turn. Oh, off track, come on, get on it, get on it. Tightening turn.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, gap ahead is 1.9 seconds.
Grosjean, I've passed you up once, fool. Coming for you again. There we go. There's the pass. Nice. DRS enabled.
Felipe's 2 cars ahead of you.
What? Really tiptoed through that corner.
Our gap to first place is
Nice.
0.5 seconds.
Man, I'm close. He should definitely be passable, but I only got 2 laps to catch him.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Here we go, here we go. Here's the pass, here's the pass. No, 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 come on. He definitely fought me off that corner. Now, the unfortunate trend here is when I flashback, I tend not to pass the car. Oh, gorgeous.
so far.
I think that's the best corner.
Gap to car in front is 0.6 seconds.
Again, not a completely clean pass, but that is me passing my teammate. Most important thing to do in Formula 1 is beat your teammate. No damage, that's the big thing.
Conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
The mouse is not giving up though. Nice. Still a good ways off for making pole position, but
Okay, distance to teammate 0.7 seconds.
whew. He's close. Not right. Not right on my tail, but close. Close enough that an error could cost me.
Laps of fuel left.
No, you don't, Felipe. Pulling way ahead now. Really nailing these corners. Yeah, you're not going to catch the next guy. Whoa!
Well done. That was a fantastic drive.
Gotta like that. I will take it.
A great win then for the Mercedes team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. And it highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. But credit to the driver as well, though. There's no good.
That's frustrating because I was that close to catching Kivat.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
Well, you guys can celebrate. I'm happy with my 7th position.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I think I'm going to award it to the Williams driver. They demonstrated a very delicate touch cars, as well as showing a lot of maturity and patience in difficult situations.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings.
I think I actually had the fastest lap.
At the standings, another team
All right.
that excelled today was Williams, who make further progress up the table. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next
Nice,
time
yep.
for another
I scored the fastest lap.
Formula One season.
I will take it. And that actually puts us on the board in the Constructor Championships at 8th. Oh, no. Oh, well, no, that's me. Driver standings. Nice. Puts us in 4th in Constructors. Awesome. No chance of catching Mercedes, though. Or Red Bull. Either of the Red Bull teams. Now what I'm hoping tonight is that I can figure out how to back out of the game without taking another 30 minutes to get to a menu point where I can back out. Eat it, Massa. Yeah, I'm losing, but I definitely closed that gap up. Fastest lap, 141.609. Ugh. I just don't know what the career score does for you. It doesn't add to your resource points. And I don't know what you would ever compare that career score to, except maybe on leaderboards. I'm sure as much as I played this game, though, there are tons of people who have put in even more time. Yep, I can quit out here. Well, thanks a lot to anybody who joined in or who views this video later. After 2 sessions that were absolutely drag sessions, it seems like I've found at least part of the formula of getting some fun out of the game. So thanks a lot for joining in. This has been My Gaming Diary on the Rounding Off Infinity YouTube gaming channel. My name is Agasicles Stamus, and I'm out of here.